Check it every 90 seconds.
Do you know how many people would be thrilled to move to Port Charles to work for Kate Howard on a brand new magazine from the ground
Yes,
up?
then we better decorate this nursery. Or you're chained to a desk answering phones.
Do you really think she'll hire me as her assistant?
Yeah, I would. Okay, so, where is it? I was thinking a soft blue for the background and then the trim in cream color.
For a closet?
It's a dressing area, and with a little creativity, it's going to make the perfect nursery.
Oh, you can't put your baby in a closet.
Maxie, it has a window, and when I take out the cabinets in there, there'll be a lot more room. Or we could go a little less gender specific, like a green or yellow. What do you think?
Yeah. You could really pick any color you want, but it's still going to be a closet.
Well, I'm counting on you to make it cute.
I can make it cute. Even cozy. But no matter what I do, it's
going to be a closet. Yes, fine. It's going to be a nice little space.
Would you want to sleep in there? Robin, seriously. Have you thought about how much this baby's going to change your life?
I know that having this baby is going to change my life completely, but I'm thrilled. I mean, I can't wait to be a mom.
Okay, Mom. Well, eventually your baby's going to want a bedroom, not a closet.
You know, this is the size that my apartment in Paris was.
And if I get this job, I'm going to get to go to Paris. Can you believe it?
Well, good. Maybe then you'll appreciate the size of this dressing area. Anyway, you know, babies, they don't take up that much room.
Oh, really? What about baby books and toys and bath stuff and clothes, which you better let me pick out, by the way?
Of course, I'm counting on it.
Your baby's going to need towels and sheets and a crib and a toddler bed and a playpen, some little cars with pedals on them, a bike with little training wheels. Aww.
Right, but that's years from now. You know, for the first year or so, all the baby will need is food and warmth and me.
Since you mentioned it, it's a good thing you're not breastfeeding if you ever plan on being naked again. What do you think you're going to do with the diapers? Where are you going to store them? Or how are you going to dispose of them? Have you seen all those little diaper pails? They're kind of disgusting. I don't recommend it. They smell really bad, but... Are you going to throw up again?
I had no idea that morning sickness would make me this sick.
Anything with ginger is supposed to help ginger ale, ginger tea, saltines, sometimes peppermint. It can be just a thought or a certain smell that brings that feeling up, so I won't mention the diaper pill. Please don't.
Wow, you really know a lot about being pregnant.
Yeah, I did a lot of research when I was faking. I guess the good thing for me is that I wasn't ever really pregnant. I mean, could you imagine getting as big as a barn and having to go throw up in the bathroom every 2 seconds? Disgusting. Don't get me wrong, I would love the bus line. Just not if it came along with that big fat belly. I mean, all you really have to look forward to is going into labor and then being sleep deprived for the next 20 years. And the stretch marks, your body will never be the same. I meant all of that in a good way.
It's okay. I guess not everyone's meant to have children.
Yeah, like my parents.
Oh, come on. Frisco and Felicia love you very much.
I'm not going to have this fight with you again. We're supposed to be focusing on you right now. So is there anything else you need besides a 2-bedroom apartment?
I don't know, a nap? The other day, I almost crawled underneath the table during a staff meeting. I mean, just for a couple minutes, just to take the edge off.
That sounds awful.
It was. I would never admit it at work, but those long shifts are costing me more than they used to.
Hey, you don't have to be a superhero. You have nothing to prove. Just have the baby and be happy that it's Patrick's.
Well, that was an accident.
You know, it's funny, if I ever said that to someone, they'd think I was lying, that I set the guy up, but you're like Georgie. You guys never had a devious thought in your life.
I'd like to think that Georgie had a part in all of this, you know. Our child was conceived the night of her funeral. She brought Patrick and me together in a way.
I like that. It's like as if, as she was leaving us, Georgie gave us a whole new person to love. Plan on starting next week. Okay, well, why don't I start now? I obviously have a lot to do.
All right. I have no tolerance for mistakes and even less for excuses. Just do the work, and I expect a professional demeanor at all times.
I won't let you down.
Learn names, faces, numbers, and addresses. Memorize one specific detail of each designer by tomorrow, and be sure to understand from whom I accept calls. Oh, arrange a car for me. I'm going to go down to the docks and look over the production space I'm considering.
Okay, car service, car service, car service.
What is that noise?
Hi. I'm thinking about doing you a favor. I hear you're looking for investors for your magazine. My brother and I might be interested.
Really?
Yeah, we need to see a prospectus, of course, and we would want editorial input, but we have a couple of bucks to throw around.
Maxie, take notes. I think for our first issue, we'll do a piece on what women should never wear. Never steal your shoes from streetwalkers and invest in hosiery. It hides a multitude of sins. Never wear a dress that shows off more than anyone really ever wants to see. And don't assume that expense equals quality, especially when the dress doesn't fit. Jewelry should never disappear. Chewing gum is tacky. And there's no excuse for a bad hair day. Either cover it up or pull it back. It's much better to look like a pudgy ballerina than to not.
You finished?
Maxie will show you out.
No, Maxie, keep writing. I'm gonna tell you what Kate Howard's really good at. How to lose a guy.